Good morning. I'm Doug Schoen. I'm here with my friends and colleagues John LaBoutlé and Pat Caddell. We are Political Insiders, 7:30 Fox News Channel on Sunday nights with Harris Faulkner. Today we're going to talk about the upcoming meeting in the White House between the Gulf Cooperation Council nations and President Obama, being convened by the invitation of the President of the United States. John, we learned over the weekend that the Saudi king and I think now the Bahraini prince is not going to come, and they're both not going to come. What does this mean for the meeting and for the larger Middle East?
First of all, it's Thursday, and it's not at the White House. It's at Camp David.
I'm sorry, I stand
corrected. Which is the symbolism that Pat can speak to of the famous Camp David agreement.
Yep.
That was a historic, and it's still holding that agreement. This is to assuage our Gulf allies about the Iran nuke deal. This Iran nuke deal, which the three of us proudly have led the charge on for months now.
The charge against.
Has so roiled the Middle East that our allies now, these two that you mentioned, have said, we can't come be a part of this thing. We're not going to put our stamp of approval in any way on what President Obama has done here. And I think this is a turning point in American history in the Middle East, and it's a bad turning point.
Pat, what's your take?
And that's my take, too. It's ironic that it's at Camp David. This was a high point of American involvement and success. And then Bill Clinton came and tried to had his until Arafat decided at the end that he'd rather not have peace than peace, and he had it in his hand. But, you know, we have here a president who is, on Friday, his White House press secretary says, the King of Saudi Arabia is coming. That's what matters.
And it's been confirmed.
And it's been confirmed he's coming. And on Sunday, the Saudis said, it's Mother's Day, I'm not coming. Happy Mother's Day. And then you have now the Bahraini prince. What this is, look, the other members of the Gulf Council are going there expecting a piece of paper. They're demanding the United States extend security guarantees to the Gulf states because Iran's going to have nuclear weapons, and Obama will not give them that. It is going to be a joke, as everything else is with this administration. And this president is literally endangering the world because what's going to come out of this is that the informal de facto alliance between Israel, Egypt, Jordan, and the Gulf states against Iran is going to go in effect. The Saudis are going to go for nuclear weapons. They're already doing that. We're going to have nuclear proliferation in the Middle East, and Iran will be leading the way with the bomb. And this is what Barack Obama has wrought.
And John, given what Pat just said, is it not the case that we should sign a formal agreement with the Gulf Cooperation Council nations to arm them and to give them security guarantees, or is that a mistake?
I don't think it's a mistake at all. They are our primary ally in that region, along with Israel, which is a separate entity. The whole Israel thing has not been talked about recently. They're not really the problem with Iran. Iran knows they can't mess with Israel.
Oh, no, they say death to Israel. If they get a nuclear weapon, they'll use it against it.
Well, but what they really want to do is bully the other Muslim nations and dominate them. That's the Iranian goal, and that's why the Saudis are so worried about this thing.
They want hegemony against in the entire region, and they're getting it.
But aren't we effectively, John and Pat, in alliance with Iran if we do this deal?
Yes, we are. That's what the problem is.
And you're already doing that. There was an article that came out about the fact, by the way, that the ISIS and the Iranians have been, they're shipping things. We basically are not enforcing the sanctions anymore at sea. We are. This
what was
president
the thing you said last night that that we're already giving them money?
We already give them money every month.
We're giving Iran money.
We're sitting there negotiating. We took some of the money, some of the financial. I think they get 30 or 40, 50 million.
Doug, have you heard that before?
I have not heard that. I know that they get $50 billion on signing them. I also know that the sanctions, based on what Obama has said, will probably go away immediately, and the so-called snapback sanctions will never snap back.
Look, Joe Biden got up and lied for Obama, a man who has devoted his life to supporting Israel until he became vice president and now apparently believes in nothing, got up and said, I can guarantee you that there will be no sanctions taken off and that we'll do the military.
You know, we will be back Sunday night, 7:30 with Harris Faulkner to continue discussions on the Middle East, Israel, the United States, and most of all, Iran. Please join us then. Thanks for being here today.